Como é que é, pessoal? Tudo bem com vocês? Sejam bem-vindos ao segundo episódio da nossa nova série de gameplay Hogwarts Legacy. Daqui com vocês é Kingsguard, o vosso anfitrião, e bora lá seguir esta aventura. Eu já consegui meter o áudio, melhor, as legendas em português do Brasil, com o áudio em áudio original, e também desde já tenho que agradecer ao Rico Fazeres, que fez um vídeo a explicar como fazer isso. E me ajudou bastante porque estes jogos da Warner Bros. Não dá para nós escolhermos a legenda, o idioma da legenda nem do áudio. E teve que ser segundo aquilo que ele explicou no vídeo que ele tem no canal, que consegui meter as legendas em português do Brasil e o áudio o áudio original. Ok, bloquearam-nos aqui a passagem. É para onde? Vamos para aqui? Vamos só dar aqui uma voltinha. Pai, eu escolhi o último nome do personagem, Black, também. E foi na volta, esqueci-me que o diretor também era um Black. É da nossa família, somos familiares dele. Portanto, dá para nós falarmos com a malta. Aqui no nosso salão do Ravenclaw. Da nossa casa. Samantha Dale. Ok, vamos fazer a quest. Já vimos cá falar com esta malta. Apresente-se a Samantha, a Everett e a Amit.
One moment. Watch this.
Não, o Everett.
What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
Yeah, queremos começar logo.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Uma partidazinha que ele fez para aligerar aqui o ambiente foi mandar uma bomba com cheiro a estrume para o meio da malta. Portanto, nós somos um aluno com 17 anos que fomos diretamente para o 5º ano. Vamos logo diretamente para o 5º ano. O que é isto? Isto é para incendiar, acho eu. Ei, mas o jogo está muito bonito. Fogo.
That's not right either.
Vamos falar com a Samantha.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. teaches about theory, it seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Sim, ele é muito sábio.
Professor
Sou
Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
Não são os elefantes que gostam de plantas. Os alunos cultivam os próprios ingredientes. Vamos ver o que é que ela diz aqui.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlic, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients as long as your brews are all perfect.
Ok.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Raven.
Ah, o Lufans é o...
Ordinarily,
Lufans é
perhaps,
o
but it runs in my
Hufflepuff.
family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
Ok, vou
It was
falar
nice to
contigo.
meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Vamos roubar aqui uma maçãzinha, não? Olha. Deve-nos curar se nós precisarmos de vida. Olha, bacana, estava a ver as estrelas aqui.
All right. Deep breath. Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
É, eu dizia agora esta. Não gostei muito de estrelas. Nós não gostamos muito de estrelas, nós queremos é magia e descobrir o que é que se está a passar com aquilo que aconteceu no último episódio.
I'm afraid I'm not much for memorizing constellations. Enough to worry about on the ground.
Well, you should know that all fifth years must take astronomy. However, I think you will feel differently after one night up on the tower. A quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You'd best not keep her waiting.
Ok, a professora está à nossa espera. Agora não sei quem é que estava a falar connosco. Vamos falar com a professora. Está lá embaixo, ok.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will
Okay.
determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year.
Ok.
You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Portanto, isto, temos avaliações e depois, consoante a nossa avaliação final, isso determina a nossa carreira, no fim.
The guide will
Quando
give you
saímos de
opportunities
Hogwarts.
to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Ok.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
Olha a estátua a mexer-se.
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
Ai, a gaja a mexer-se.
Revelio.
Página do guia de campo, ok. Um busto da Corvinal, portanto dos Ravenclaw. Um busto criado em homenagem à casa Corvinal, essa obra de arte reside na imponente torre da Corvinal, da Ravenclaw. Acabou de desbloquear um desafio na guia de campo. O seu progresso nos desafios aparece aqui onde? Guia à direita, ok. Ok, vamos ver o guia. Este é o seu nível de magia. A obtida de desafios aumenta o seu nível de poder. Aumenta seu nível e poder. Experiência. Guia de campo monitora. O seu guia de campo monitoriza o seu progresso atual no desafio. Seleciona o menu desafios. Ok. Guia de campo. Coletar a sua primeira página do guia de campos. Você desbloqueou uma nova categoria de desafios. Novos desafios que você desbloquear durante a sua aventura aparecerão aqui. Ok. O que é que nós desbloqueamos? Colecionar 2 páginas do guia de campo em Hogwarts. Ok. Recompensa de aparência e de equipamento. Ok. Ok. Vamos nós com o nosso livrinho.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
Nada. Apareceu ali em baixo. Faz um highlight nas coisas
No
para
time to
explorarmos.
waste. You've classes to attend.
Bem, anda. Bem, o mundo até agora parece super vivo. Os quadros, todos eles se mexem. Todos eles têm vida, não há nenhum... O mundo parece ativo. Muito bom. Olha.
Revelio.
Se calhar não vou abrir agora, né? Mas já cá venho. Pode ser que... Vai ser, não me esqueço.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Era aquelas chamas que eu tinha dito no piso de cima que tínhamos encontrado. Olha o mapa. Hogwarts é dividido em duas áreas principais. Do lado esquerdo do mapa é onde os alunos e professores moram e inclui as salas comunais das casas e o salão principal. Do lado esquerdo. Ok. Seleciona a região da grande escadaria. Ok. Nesta tela você pode ver as chamas de flue e os nossos... Cada chama de flue representa uma sala comunal. Não, zonas que nós descobrimos, ok. Ok. No lado direito do mapa ficam pontos de interesse académico, incluindo a Torre da Astronomia, a Biblioteca e as estufas. Ok. Seleciona a região da Biblioteca. Professora Weasley desbloqueou as chamas de fluo do salão central. Para você, roda o mapa e faça uma viagem rápida até às chamas de fluo do salão central. O salão central é aquele ali. É. Epá, muito fixe lá.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Muito bem.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Depois nós fomos atacados. O que é defesa contra as artes negras? O que é Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Pode-me contar mais sobre a aula de feitiços?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Quem é que nos dá a arte, a defesa contra as artes das trevas?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Suspeito que envolva mais do que uma mera busca por objetos e uma viagem até ao castelo. Sim, também acho que sim.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his
Ui, não devíamos ter
reasons
dito
for
isto,
keeping
acho
the
eu.
details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Ok.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking
Pois,
about
já falas demasiado.
exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Agora o registro de missões. Ok. Ok. Isto é as missões principais, está bem? Sim. Algumas missões bloqueadas são bloqueadas por requisitos de feitiço ou nível. Nesse caso, você precisará ter nível ou ter o feitiço necessário para ativar a missão. Ok. Novos feitiços podem ser obtidos completando tarefas dos professores ou como recompensa por completar missões. Ok. Está ali. Temos baús de coleção, páginas do guia de campo, estátuas de semi-inviso. Semi-inviso? Pá. Mapas de astronomia, ok. Vamos fazendo as coisinhas e vamos ganhando recompensas. Rastreio qualquer tipo de missão. Ok, este aqui. Aula de defesa. E aula de feitiços. Vamos para a defesa. Vamos para a defesa.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy
Pois é,
Mr.
temos que ir buscar a
Ollivander.
varinha.
He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Pelo visto, estas notas, estes nomes vão influenciar bastante ou algo consideravelmente o nosso desenvolvimento. Bússola encantada. Muito fixe. No pátio. O que é para aqui? Vai ter aqui um baú.
What are you up to now?
Ei, isto está muito louco. Fogo, isto visualmente está espetacular.
Revelio.
Olha, encontramos. Esta pintura retrata Elius, o jovem bruxo órfão que ficou famoso por salvar toda a sua aldeia de um exército de dementores e do bruxo das trevas Raxidian, ao conjurar um patrono de rato. Espetáculo. Ok, vamos lá para a aula. Já vimos explorar isto.
that all you've got? Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Ok, mais daqueles desafios, portanto, seguimos.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent,
Okay.
as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Ok. Não sei se estou preparado.
Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. Good form. I know. Levioso!
A perfectly executed Levioso.
This cannot be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Anda salva que lhe demos.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right.
Boa, já temos mais
That's enough
spellzinho.
spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Portanto, o que percebemos também é que nos combates, quando eles protegem, o escudo deles tem uma cor e nós temos que lançar um feitiço que seja dessa cor. Como estávamos a ver o Swallow, não é? O Sebastian, exato. O escudo dele era amarelo e então o Leviosa quebra o escudo dele.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so
Sallow.
deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Por acaso não foi. Mas vamos mentir, vamos manter as coisas em segredo. Já demos com a língua nos dentes
Be
uma
coy
vez.
if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Isso parece intrigante.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Ok, um sítio de duelos clandestinos.
Revelio.
Aqui é aparecer ela, não é? Vai lá para cima. Fala
You
com ela.
dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Como é que ela se chama? Olha, não dá para ver outra vez.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Olha, este é o que mandou as bolas de bosta. Ui, estava ali uma cena. Não vou ao gabinete dela.
Revelio.
Nem dava para entrar. Ok, vamos à outra aula. Vamos para a aula de feitiços. Gárgula. O que é que está a falar? Aí, muito fixe.
I wonder if you learn different things about astronomy at Hogwarts. Although I can't see anyone being as passionate about it.
E ouve-se o eco. Ouve-se o eco das vozes das pessoas no edifício.
I've always said that
Olha,
travel
está a falar.
broadens the mind.
Boa. Opa, o que está a passar? Está um gajo aos gritos. Cleaver. Porra, ela é mesmo lá em cima de tudo.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to go back to the lesson.
Slytherins almost always use the door to the right of the entrance.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone?
Sei lá.
I am afraid it is too late to study now.
E ainda agora chegamos à
My,
escola,
the
pá.
summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
Aqueles risinhos de género. Não sei, não me perguntes.
It seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Aqui eu, ok.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Gosto deste professor. Eu ia às aulas deste professor se tivesse em Hogwarts.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Portanto, traz o alfa para perto do invocador, segura R2 e pressiona o botão atraído. Pressiona o botão atribuído para lançar a bola aqui, ok? É isso?
That's it.
É só puxar, está bem.
Splendid.
Ok. Eu se ficar a pressionar, eu estou a puxar. Sim, estou a pressionar o quadrado. Agora largo e deixo aqui as peças. Caiu.
Happens to the best of us. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
Bora lá derrotá-la.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ok, bora.
What's this?
Tá bem. Empatamos.
That's it.
E ela já está a mandar já está a puxar já. Toma. Vamos empatar.
Well done. Be sharp.
Ok. Boa.
Splendid!
Já estamos a ficar
Let us make
famosos já.
this a bit more interesting, shall we?
O que é que ele fez?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! Phew.
Pronto, já estamos bem.
Excellent control there.
Watch this. That is how it's done.
Vai cair. Ah, vai cair. Ah, não caiu. Boa.
Impressive. Let us see this.
Boa.
There we go.
Ah, agora pera, calma, ainda não vou puxar já. Também não vou puxar já. Só quando este mais de cá, a caixa de cá bazar. Agora.
I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Boa, ganhamos. Ih, vai fora.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Ah, boa. Este jogo é divertido.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Ah, você assim todo convencido, então. Vocês de Gryffindor pensam que são os maiores também?
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Ah, mas esta colega é fixe.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you would.
Okay.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Está feito. Subimos nível, isto faz alguma coisa? Não. Missões. Ah, temos o clube de duelos, sim, sim. Então eu quero ir ao menu. Bom, não estou a conseguir ir ao menu, não estou a perceber o que está a passar, mas pronto, pessoal. Vamos ficar por aqui, espero que tenham gostado deste episódio. Não se esqueçam de clicar no botãozinho do like, subscrever o canal, para apoiarem mais este canal, mais um canal de gameplay em Portugal. E vejo no próximo episódio, pessoal. Então vá, fiquem bem, até à próxima.